Okay guys, welcome back to our channel. Things to consider when you are thinking of purchasing a franchise. So part of your due diligence, I say, this is what I did. Actually speak with a lot of other operators out there, because after all, you're not the only one that is actually doing whatever franchise that you're doing. Do a walkthrough with them, spend a day with them. Whatever product or services that you'll be doing, go through with them. Ask them all of the questions that you're having a concern about. Maybe ask them what would happen if there's too many franchises in one location. I'd ask that question. How does the fee structure work? For myself, the fee structure that I've searched for is it coming in from the top end, where it's based on your turnover. Let's say you will only earn, as an example, for that particular week is $1,000. Do they charge a percentage, call it, let's say 10% from the turnover, or is it a flat fee based? So if it's a turnover, if you don't make money, then they're not going to get any fee, let's say. But if you earn money, then they get the fee. That's how they're fed. That's one system. There's a different system of, well, we charge you a flat rate, so it will be a certain dollar figure every month, and would that be better off for you? So whether you like it or not, you still have to pay this amount of fees. So, sun's in the way. So those are the little questions that you are looking for. Is there, that's for me anyway, what I was looking at when I did my research. How does it work when it comes to lead gen, generating lead from either from the company or from outsource? How do you get your customers? Do you have to create your own? Do you have to buy your own, like as in generate your own work, or are they going to supply you with work? You know, for example, if you go into McDonald's and buy a McDonald's franchise, surely everyone in the world already tasted McDonald's beforehand. Domino's is the same thing. They're bound to have enough, I guess, reference based on that location. How much is the turnover, or how much customer base you expected to have on that particular store? For a service based, like based on your location, how is that going to work when it comes to generating work? Do you have to search for it? Do you have to do your own marketing, or are they going to do the marketing for you? What type of training do you need? What type of qualification do you need? How long is the training? Because after all, during your training side, you won't be earning an income in that aspect. The other aspect of it as well is you really need to have some sort of a buffer, before you started this journey. Average, from what I've gathered so far, on the first year will be the hardest, and you need to have some sort of income or a buffer, that way you can survive within the first year. Because who knows, you might not be able to have enough income, or have enough customers or income from your new adventure when you're buying a franchise. And in case of emergency, what do you do if this doesn't work? So there's a lot of uncertainties. What type of equipment are you required? Most of the mobile franchise business, like a service-based business, you will require a vehicle with a vehicle signage. Are you prepared to buy that vehicle? Do you prefer to buy a van, for example? Or do you prefer, are you happy to get your car wrapped up with the signage, with the company, I guess your company or signage, let's say? Are you prepared to do that? If not, you're thinking of buying a second vehicle, making sure that you have obviously the money for it. Are you thinking of buying that on finance or purchase them in cash? If so, where are you going to get the money from? Have you got enough surplus of fund for that? So those are the thought process that I went through in the past couple of weeks. Next stage would be, it is daunting, the fact that I don't know what would happen. I don't know if this business is actually a good idea or a bad idea. I'm going to take you the ins and out of buying, owning, operating a laundry service, let's say. So those, may be a good idea also talk to, I guess, do a day, I don't know if I mentioned it, do a day trip with whichever product or services that you're thinking of purchasing. How would you go scaling up as well? What do you want to do out of this? What is it that you're trying to achieve out of this? So yeah, expect there won't be a lot of fun. There's a lot of stress involved as the days go along, and I'm going to take you through with all of this. So yeah, the thing that I'm looking at is the flexibility. How is this going to work? But at the same time, is the fear of, well, at a certain point, my wife and I like to go and traveling, and how is that going to fit when we're required to travel? And my wife asked that question with a couple of franchisee people that operate this business. It goes, well, if you don't work, you don't earn. So there's going to be just so happened for this particular franchisee, they pretty much built their business that they require them to do the job. Well, we don't want that. We wanted to scale up a lot more. We're actually going to have people doing the services, scaling up, having a couple of employees, maybe 1, 2, 3. I don't know what the scaling up going to be. So yeah, that's just from my personal experience, from what we gathered so far. And keep on hassling, I guess, the franchisor, whoever it is that you're going to be dabbling in with at a regular basis, because after all, you are going to be in contact with them quite regularly. That your support person or your mentor, be sure that you're able to, I guess, communicate with them easily, and not much of a friend, more like try ask them all of the questions and have them answered. And if you're not happy, you're welcome to walk away. There's nobody during your due diligence stage, nobody's twisting your hand that you need to buy this service, let's say. Bear with me a second. So nobody's stopping you doing this, and they're not doing a hard sale. What I like about this franchise, it's like, it's up to you. These are the numbers. He showed me his numbers. He showed other franchise tell me about their numbers. Some of them comfortable, some of them not comfortable talking about their numbers. Like, each to their own, obviously, because this is their own business after all. But I'm trying to be as I guess as open book as I can throughout my journey. So yeah, this is what I've experienced so far. Yeah, stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more of my progress as I go along. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. If you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and I will see you on the next video.